The Green Bay Packers march into Cleveland with the shine of a 2-0 start, while the Browns carry the shadow of an 8-game losing streak stretching back to last season. It feels like two teams moving in opposite directions, one rising, the other sinking. For the Packers, Jordan Love is the symbol of that rise. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 9.1 yards per attempt average, and a command of play action that keeps defenses unsteady. His calm presence has turned Green Bay's offense into a steady, ruthless machine. Joe Flacco stands on the other side, carrying the burden of Cleveland's struggles. Nearly 500 passing yards in 2 weeks, but more interceptions than touchdowns. He is forced into high-volume throws behind a line battered by injuries, a dangerous setup against Micah Parsons and Rashan Gary crashing in off the edge. Yet Cleveland's defense remains one of the league's best. Myles Garrett leads a front that can wreck games, and with Green Bay's receiving core depleted and right tackle Zach Tom questionable, there's a window for the Browns to keep it close. And today's AI pick is the Browns plus 7.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 2. 2 undefeated teams collide in Philadelphia, each carrying a different kind of fire. The Rams bring rhythm and steel, Stafford throwing at 71%, stretching the field with Puka and Devontae. The Eagles bring inevitability, Saquon hammering the ground, Hurts winning without error, and a fortress of 11 straight home victories. Stafford is a hunter, willing to throw into teeth if it means carving space. Hurts is a keeper of the clock, running 3 scores already, protecting the ball like it's oxygen. One seeks explosive strikes, the other survives by suffocating mistakes. Vegas built the Eagles as a fortress, opening at 4.5, but the line bled down to 3.5. Money followed the Rams, a sharp reminder. The road dog carries trust, even in hostile ground. History says Eagles, numbers whisper Rams. That fracture is where fire lives. Philadelphia leans on the tush-push and Barkley's history of breaking this defense. But the Rams' aerial attack against rookie corners is the counterpunch. One mistake from Hurts, one strike from Stafford, and the fortress could crack. And today's AI pick is Rams plus 3.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 3.
Tampa opens its home slate undefeated, the stands restless for a 3-0 start. The Jets arrive beaten 0-2, carrying a backup quarterback and the weight of collapse. This is where Vegas whispers certainty. Bucks by nearly a touchdown, tickets stacked, money flowing, but certainty is a lie. Baker Mayfield has steadied Tampa, feeding rookie Emeka Egbuka in the red zone, leaning on timely scrambles, but his wall is broken. Wirf's gone, Godeka gone, Mauk gone. A patchwork line stands between him and Quinnen Williams, a mismatch that tilts every snap toward chaos. Tyrod Taylor takes the Jets' huddle. 15 years of scars, cautious eyes, hands that protect the ball. He will not dazzle. He will not betray. His task is survival. Turn handoffs into hours. Let Breece Hall hammer into the teeth of Tampa's front and find Garrett Wilson when the blitz leaves a crack. The public rides the Buccaneers, drowning the market in one-sided faith. But markets burn. Injuries are truth, and truth cuts spreads. The Jets may not win, but they can bleed the clock and smother the number. And today's AI pick is Jets par 6.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 4. 2 backup quarterbacks walk into U.S. Bank Stadium, but only one team owns the walls around them. Cincinnati rides in 2-0, but without Joe Burrow, the perfect record feels brittle. Minnesota stands 1-1, uneven and bruised, but at home the noise shakes like thunder. Jake Browning has poise, but he also has flaws. 3 interceptions in relief last week and a rushing attack that doesn't exist. The Bengals average just 47 yards per game on the ground, the worst in football. Against Brian Flores' blitz-heavy defense, if Browning is forced to throw every down, mistakes follow. Carson Wentz is no savior, but he doesn't have to be. With Justin Jefferson outside and TJ Hawkinson working the seams, all he needs is timing and protection long enough to land strikes. Minnesota's run defense is weak, but Cincinnati has no balance to exploit it. That mismatch is real. History favors the Vikings in this building. 6 meetings here, 6 wins. Today, the fortress holds. And today's AI pick is Vikings 3. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5.
Indianapolis arrives loud. Yards, headlines, 2 wins without a punt. Tennessee stands at the gate 0-2, bruised, desperate, and still dangerous in their own house. Markets say Colts by a handful. That bend without break is how you turn a favorite into a clock. Everyone sees the Colts machine. Fewer see the spread tax you pay for believing in it. Home dog, division game. 5.5 is a lot of truth to cover. And today's AI pick is Titans play 5.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 6. Raiders at Commanders. Week 3. 2 1-1 teams. 2 very different problems. Washington loses Jaden Daniels and turns to Marcus Mariota for his first start since 2022. Las Vegas flies east on a short week after Monday night and has to steady the ship after a turnover-riddled loss. Quarterbacks first. Geno Smith owns the wider range. 542 yards in 2 weeks, but 4 picks. So the ceiling and the trapdoor are both real. Mariota's job is narrower. Protect the ball, run the play sheet, don't lose it. With Austin Eckler out and a rookie back in the lead role, his legs matter less than Daniels, and that shrinks Washington's run threat. Now the matchup. The Commanders want to win on the ground. The Raiders are built to erase it. Top 5 run defense, stingy yards before and after contact. If Las Vegas chokes early downs, Mariota must win outside the numbers against a defense that can sit on routes and let Max Crosby hunt. On the other side, Washington's front will squeeze the pocket. But the soft spot is tight ends. Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer are the Raiders' chain movers if Geno stays clean. And today's AI pick is Raiders Pulse 3. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 7.
Foxborough, Week 3, 2 1-1 teams at a pivot. Pittsburgh brings the veteran operator. New England brings the rookie riser. The line says tight for a reason. Quarterbacks first. Aaron Rodgers has shifted gears. Quick rhythm, YAC hunting. Let Jaylen Warren and the tight ends do the lifting. That's the exact stress point for a Patriots defense minus Christian Gonzalez, already leaking yards after the catch. Drake May has juice and timing, but he's still seeing new pictures every drive. And TJ Watt is the one defender who can flip a script with a single snap. Now the matchup. New England's front is real against the run. Pittsburgh won't bang their head on that wall. Expect shotgun, option routes, backs and tight ends chewing at zones, forcing linebackers to tackle in space. Flip it, and the Steelers' secondary is banged up, so May will get windows, if the pocket holds. Without Alex Highsmith, protection can tilt to Watt, but that just means Rodgers has to keep stacking clean, low-risk drives. This is a one-score game where one mistake decides it. Trust the veteran to hunt the soft spots and finish red zone trips, and today's AI pick is Steelers 1.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 8. Game 8, and it's an NFC South collision in Charlotte. The Falcons march into Bank of America Stadium favored by 5.5, carrying a defense that has smothered opponents through 2 weeks. Carolina 0-2 stares down desperation in its home opener. Quarterbacks first. Rookie Michael Penix Jr. hasn't been asked to do too much. Efficient throws, no turnovers, leaning on the backfield duo of Bijan Robinson and Tyler Allgeier. Bryce Young, on the other side, has been forced into 90 pass attempts already, coughing up 3 interceptions and a fumble. His offense is predictable, his protection shaky, and now he's asked to win without a reliable ground game. The critical edge comes on the ground. Atlanta ranks top 5 in rushing offense, while Carolina sits near the bottom defending the run. Robinson is averaging over 5 yards a carry, and Allgeier brings the hammer behind him. That's a blueprint the Panthers aren't built to stop. Even with A.J. Terrell sidelined, Carolina lacks the balance to fully punish the Falcons' secondary. This is the kind of divisional spot where Atlanta can grind clock, win field position, and cover. And today's AI pick is Falcons 5.5. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 9.
The AFC South turns hostile this Sunday as the Houston Texans march into Jacksonville, a rivalry laced with bad blood and history. The Jaguars sit at 1-1, flexing the league's top rushing attack behind Travis Etienne, but their offensive line is battered, with Wyatt Milam out and Ezra Cleveland questionable. That means Trevor Lawrence faces the teeth of Houston's pass rush, where Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. are waiting to collapse the pocket. The Texans come in desperate at 0-2, but desperation fuels danger. Their defense ranks 7th in points allowed, keeping both losses within a score. The issue has been offense. No rhythm, no third down conversions, and constant pressure on C.J. Stroud. But help arrives this week. Christian Kirk and Braxton Berrios return to stabilize the passing game, while center Jake Andrews brings strength to the interior. That's enough to give Stroud quick options and keep drives alive. The public loves Jacksonville here, but the rivalry tells a different story. Houston has won 9 of their last 10 in Jacksonville. Vegas hung this line short for a reason. And today's AI pick is Texans plus 1.5. Will we cash or will we burn?
The table is set, 9 battles are marked, and the line between cashing and burning grows thin. Week 3 began with the frozen tundra, where the AI took the Browns plus 7.5 against the Packers. From there, the lights of Philadelphia, but the Rams plus 3.5, walked in unafraid of the Eagles. In Tampa, the storm rose, and the Jets, bar 6.5, carried the value against the Buccaneers. The North brought steel and skulls, but the Vikings 3 stood tall over the Bengals. In the South, division blood spilled. The Titans, plus 5.5 against the Colts. Then the nation's capital trembled. Raiders, plus 3.5, struck at the Commanders. The old fortress of Foxborough lit the fire again. Steelers, 1.5 over the Patriots. In the South, claws against wings, but the Falcons, 5.5, soared past the Panthers. And the ninth seal broke in Jacksonville, where the Texans, plus 1.5, rose against the Jaguars. In Espanol, Browns plus 7.5, Rams plus 3.5, Jets plus 6.5, Vikings, 3, Titans plus 5.5, Raiders plus 3.5, Steelers 1.5, Falcons 5.5, Texans plus 1.5. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Altdeutsches Sprichwort, der Würfel fällt nie zweimal gleich.